What's going on, class? I know y'all listened to me today. You got your hype man today. It's gonna be okay though. We're gonna get through it. With this little message, I will provide you just what you need to get through all of your slam poems today, if you have not already done that. I know they're all gonna be straight bars. You guys are gonna be coming out here with bangers left and right. I know they're all gonna be perfect because I know you all are capable of achieving greatness. I know you can all do that because we have a great teacher, Mrs. Thomas, and we've been preparing all year. And we have especially been polishing our slam poems over the past month and not just been cram studying them last night, because I know we've all been working very hard and have been thinking about this all over Thanksgiving break and all throughout last week. I'm sure Carlo had an amazing slam poem because he was telling me all about his ideas yesterday, and Schwedler probably dropped straight words we've never even heard of. So I'm pretty sad I missed that one. But overall, I'm pretty sure they were all perfect. And I'm so sad that I missed them all because I'm sure they would have been straight bangers and they would have been even better with me there just hyping them up. But I'll just hype them up on this little video that I got here. So yeah, pretty much right now sitting on the bench in a basketball game. I never play. I get in fourth quarter, maybe a minute left. Last game I did have 2 points though. It was pretty dope. Missed the first 3 shots, got my own rebound, made the 4 shots, 2 points, padding the stats. It was pretty great. So right now I'm sitting in the middle of nowhere, Texas. Pretty much probably eating straight junk food. Yeah, just chilling on a bus, not really doing anything. Missing a ton of schoolwork that I'm going to have to make up. Although I am missing Spanish class, which I absolutely hate. Yeah, that's not a fun class. But yeah, I'd much rather be listening to some slam poems right now, not sitting in Decatur, Texas at a Chili's in a booth that probably hasn't been cleaned in a good year or so. So yeah, that's not really ideal. But anyway, you guys are in an ideal situation to give a great slam poem and get 100 on a test grade if you've been preparing, which I know you all have. So yeah, if this is the first one you're seeing, sorry, I'm going to set the bar pretty high. Mine's, I always come out with straight bangers. But if it's the last one, I'm sure all of y'all's went good. And we're going to end with a banger right here. So yeah, well, this was actually my slam poem. So yeah, I'll see y'all next week. Bubbles are meant to be popped. They are blown with the notion that a perfect sphere can be procreated with one single thought. Serenity encompassed in a glistening motion preserved from a penetrating pestilence. Our vision is shrouded within this bubble. All we see is felicity and clarity. Perfections, not imperfections, become the norm. Harsh realities and horrors of the world set in and look to penetrate society and enumerate the components of reality. There is more to life outside of the aged leather of Range Rovers sitting in our garage. There is more to life than the resounding cheers coming from the football stadium on Friday nights. There is more to life than the bubble of 76092. Struggling to find food to put on the table each week, struggling to find edible materials each year, struggling to find water that is not contaminated, walking 20 miles just to get a drop. Things we take for granted, things they wish they could enjoy. Hashtag blessed, hashtag thankful, hashtag living my best life. Hashtag, hashtag, hashtag. When in reality though, hashtag blessed to live in this mansion. Hashtag thankful for daddy's checkbook. Hashtag living my best life in Cancun, La Playa, and Seaside for 15 straight years. Now, we don't even think about the roof over our heads when there are refugees in Syria who don't even have a home. We don't think about suppressed freedoms when the people in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea don't even have freedoms. And we sure as hell don't think about the countless money we spend at Starbucks and Chipotle each and every day when there are 766 million people worldwide living on less than $1.90 a day. Naivety is the catalyst of our bubble, and it is perpetuated by the continual denial that there is life outside of South Lake. Now, there are no perfections in this world, but our connotations and actions sure make it seem like it. Our tribulations are a picnic compared to the rest of the world, whereas a picnic would provide enough food for a week. Around the World in 80 Days, Jules Verne provides the perfect journey that we must endure to get actual viewpoints of other societies in the world. However, we don't need to see it to believe it. Read about it, hear about it, learn about it. Put away your pitiful Facebook group chat and maybe skip Tuesday morning coffee gossip. Empathize with other human beings. Don't just send your thoughts and prayers. Think twice before you complain about the recent election results when some countries don't even have elections. Think twice before you complain about not having food in the fridge when the food in your fridge, considering peanut butter and a loaf of bread, may feed a village heartily for a goddamn week. Daddy Louis told me to buy it. Daddy Gucci, I need it. Selfish nature consumes our souls when desire becomes necessity, amidst a world that is sure as hell not Gucci. Now, we have worked so hard for this so-called American dream. We have worked tirelessly for the lives we currently live. However, so have 7 billion other people in this world. Recognize the cultivators and the servicemen and women of the world, because they have worked just as hard as you have. Now, it's okay to be American, it's okay to be Texan, and it's okay to bleed dragon green. But where do we draw the line where it costs other people's lives? Where do we draw the line between flaunting and humbling experiences? Peer outside the bubble and see what other people are up to. Now, even I succumb to patronizing my fellow comrades in this battle we call the human race. It's hard not to when we live in this perfect bubble called Southlake, Texas. However, is this the only bubble? When you blow a bubble, it is made up of several bigger ones and other ones that make up one that is substantially bigger in size. Now, don't forget your roots. Don't forget what makes you thrive personally. But most importantly, don't forget your worldly roots. We are all in this together. Understand your fellow peers and understand their perspectives from halfway around the world. Now, we need to protect a duality of traditions, American and dragon. Advocate for others, usurp the notion of self-advocacy. Recognize the worldly tradition of helping and seeing others' battles and prioritize this tradition over all other occurrences within the bubble. Bubbles are meant to be popped. Approach it. Poke it. Cross the threshold. Nothing that perfect can last forever without being artificially altered by a negligent society. Don't be a proponent of continuation, be a proponent of change. Strive to break the glisten of the seemingly incessant sun setting over Southlake, because artificial lust is baseless when compared to the natural radiance of the world as a whole.